too long.
You dare say that?
Maybe if you cut out all the people that don't show up anymore,
there would be like one, or there would be like three. It would be a lot shorter.
Yeah, he'll be by later. Just keep watching.
You never know, though. You never know with him. Love the name, though. You make me laugh. Don't look into dum-dum. Gary here. No, Gary is not here, and the banner is, or the thumbnail is still up, because that's how I roll. Hello, everybody. Less than a minute, 30 seconds, a little bit shorter than last time. So there you go. Welcome to a Spork of Ice and Fire. My name is Scott. This is Sporky News Podcast. You can call me Spork. With me tonight, we have the
best utensil.
The best utensil themed channel on all platforms. Sporky News Podcast. Thanks, Matt. With us tonight, we have a plethora of panelists. We're going to start, just go right down the line. We have Mr. Grant Gregory.
Hello.
Hello. Katina's early. All right.
Yeah, I'm super excited to discuss this, or who killed JFK, either one.
Yeah, picked a wrong day to do my A Song of Ice and Fire. So Thursday night, guys, make sure you're here for Who Killed JFK? Or actually, maybe we'll have to do Who Didn't Kill JFK? Because there's a lot of people who killed JFK. So make sure you guys check that out. We also have Bad Takes of Bojan.
Hello, everybody. I hope you're all having a great start to your week. It's cold and in third winter here in Chicagoland, but that's okay.
Chicago.
Easter will come soon. Chicago. Go to my ma's house in Chicago.
Your ma. Hey, we're going to go. Oh, no, I'll start doing Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's like, we're going to go downtown and drink some irons and that.
Oh, I thought you were doing a Korean accent.
No, that's close.
We're going to play dominoes in the front room until somebody can find the garage key so we can party out there.
Yeah. Yin's guys going downtown? Yin's guys going to Steelers? What? All right. Also with us from the South, Mad Cheesemo. Mad Mardigan. Oi.
Got to work on my Aussie accent for tonight's show on my channel.
Nailed it.
All Australia.
I thought that was Crocodile Dundee himself.
Or a hate crime. I'm still confused.
You're going to be there, Grant, tonight? We're talking Prince Alfred and his glorious visit to your penal colonies.
Started rooting everyone and created a bunch of illegitimate heirs.
That is
all
true.
Right. Aegon the Unworthy. All right. And we also have the one true king, Stig Kenobi. How are you, sir?
Oh, I'm excellent, especially now that Matt is on. That's,
I knew.
That's the highlight of my year. I think he's actually my uncle.
Oh, that's
has it.
Sizzling stuff right there. What's going on?
Yeah.
Well, I visited his home country once before he was born. Wait,
Ireland. Uncle?
Yeah.
Yeah. The family tree over in that country is a little bit weird.
Well, time travel is possible. I mean, that's what we're talking about tonight. A little time traveling Tyrion. So it could happen.
I'd say time travel is not. Time viewing is.
I agree with you. I don't think there is any time. Well, if there is, it has to be consciousness. And in this theory, So first of all, I know I think I wrote best A Song of Ice and Fire fan theories. I probably should have just said like they are,
All.
because they're like the best outrageous ones that I love, you know?
Well, the only requirement is they must still be in fetal form in order to time travel. So
Yeah, you got to cook those breadcrumbs.
Oh, okay. Breadcrumbs. I don't get it, but let's do this.
It's a QAnon reference.
It's
Oh,
a reference.
Yeah.
Wait,
Oh,
it's a QAnon
see?
reference. Know it? Bullshit.
Matt
What?
goes deep every time.
he does. So we're
Yeah,
talking
because you have the people
adrenochrome,
that drop the breadcrumbs, and then people have to bake them to find out the truth. What
Oh, I
Q's
see.
really saying.
because Q leaves like little
Yeah.
things, right? I forgot. I
Yeah.
watched the
You know,
documentary.
breadcrumbs.
You know,
Yep.
the funny thing about QAnon is like I'm the type who loves going down conspiracies, and it's like,
Mhm.
oh wow, this is kind of interesting. Oh wow, that took a dramatic turn. It's like,
Yeah.
and I'm not. Hey, if you believe it, because I work with a guy who believes it to the T, and told me like over and over again about the tunnels underneath things with all the stuff and adrenochrome.
Oh, what tunnels? Who built them?
I'm not going to say. I'm not going to say. It all ends
I
up
don't know. They
being.
must have been really clever and ingenious, whoever they might have been.
Yeah, it was definitely one country, small one.
Usually, how
Anyways,
you'll follow the breadcrumbs, and then you hit a point where someone has made a leap.
a leap. I didn't even
Right.
know that one.
No,
Then
no,
everybody's-
they just make a jump to conclusions.
Yeah.
Like there's
That
a
sounds about right.
gap
That
there.
definitely sounds about right.
You were
So-
saying that you've gone down the QAnon thing and you've seen some things and you've just gone, that's just too weird and far fetched. You believe in the hollow earth. Like, what could be weird in a QAnon file that makes you
I
go,
didn't say I believe. I said you can't prove to me it's not real. You can't. There is things we
Okay.
don't know. We've only dug about 8 miles in, and it was too much for the drills for the Russians. So don't tell me there's not some type of
Yeah,
sun
because
down there
if
in
it
a
was
world.
hollow, it would be harder to drill through because it's hollow.
Well, the mantle, we can't even get through the mantle. This is going deeper, bro. Come on. I mean, the Tibetans. All right,
Well,
that's
it's-
another show. That's
it-
another show.
The Tibetans,
it's
the
obvious.
Tibetans.
You know, Tibetans, you know, the people who are really known for drilling through this, you know.
No, they found the cave. You people don't get it. What
They
were you
found
gonna
a
say?
cave, so there's
Flag.
caves out there. We don't even have to drill. You just got to
Well,
find a
and-
cave.
if
Why would
Russia
the
knew
cave
that
be at
there was a
the
hollow Earth,
highest
they would have
point?
conquered it already.
All right. First of all, what were you going to say, Stig? And then I'm coming back to you, bad takes.
No, I was just if they found it in Tibet, why would the cave be at one of the highest points on the planet?
Yeah.
Why? Genius.
What? Well, what?
Agartha, you go down through the cave, there's monks protecting it, and that's where you find Shangri-La.
With what?
Why would the cave be
Chance?
at altitude?
They are, who said it's at the top of the mountain?
Well, I mean, all of
Yeah,
Tibet
but
is pretty
it's still
high.
high up.
I mean, it is pretty freaking
Yeah.
high up.
But what are they protecting
Oh,
it with?
there's-
Chance?
Yeah.
Dude, you just can't
Oh,
find
Kung
it because there's a
Fu.
lot of snow. Can we talk about time traveling, Tyrion? And on Thursday, we could talk about this because you guys are going down. I got proof.
Yes, let's
There was
talk
a
about time
diary.
travel. This is too far fetched.
Yes. We're
There
talking.
was a diary.
Let's stop talking science and let's talk time travel. So this is a theory 10 years old. Best of 2015 Alchemist Award. So
Well, anything with DDT in it, you know, it's got to be good for you.
there you go. XY Seth came up with this, and it's a fun theory. If anybody's still here watching us. And
Spoiler: Jake the Snake wins.
no, he doesn't. But the theory is spoilers all, D plus D equals T, a never before seen theory 10 years old. There is
Dick plus
something old.
dick equals what?
T it. There is something old and true in fantasy that speaks to something deep within us, to the child.
I don't need
Grr.
all this preamble. What is the
Shut up,
thing?
dude, we're reading it. GRRM, on the unconscious mind and the repression of emotions that conflict with the superego. D plus D equals T and R equals T. a never before seen parentage theory. Before we begin, take a few moments to ponder what D plus D equals T could be. If nothing makes sense, don't worry. It'll make
I
137%
hate this person.
perfect sense in a moment.
Me
This guy's a
too.
genius.
Well, I
Genius.
don't believe this guy's ability to do math correctly, because 137%, you can't actually do that.
That'd be so pure. That's like Heisenberg. It's
No,
all
Heisenberg stuff was 99%. That was the point of it.
it was blue too. That shit must have been good. It all starts.
That was the methylene that turned it blue.
Was it really?
It was
Yeah.
food coloring.
Okay. It all starts somewhere, guys. Here's Martin's big tell. King's Landing, I don't know why he wrote it like that, has 7 gates. You might think that 7 relates to the 7 gods or the 7 kingdoms, but what if?
Or there's
the-
7 impasses to where you can enter the kingdom.
Well, technically
Also,
we all
There's more than 7, actually.
gates. I
Mhm.
think there's only 7 gates. There's way more ways in and out of there, but there's 7 gates. And the gates, most of us believe, is for the 7, the religion, the 7. But what if the 7 was invented just to play with us? To
Wait,
mask
the 7
ele-
gates?
No, well, in a way, the 7 gods that represented by
They
the
were
7
invented to
kings.
play with us, the readers.
Yes. I mean, Martin is a genius. He likes to play with us.
Well,
Like
technically, everything he wrote was designed to play with us. That's the point
Yeah.
of the story.
point taken. See, you're following, you're understanding.
Wait, I mean,
Yeah.
all of it was invented, though. What does he mean that the 7? Because Martin invented all of it.
Yes.
Is he speaking as if he's in the book? Like, what
As
if the
he's in
7
the
was
world,
invented just to play with us?
So
Meaning in
GRRM
the
is
world,
the
the 7?
Almighty. Like he is the Almighty, and we are in this world just trying to live, day by day. We're at flea bottom group, just trying to make it by. And we believe, the 7 gates must represent the mother, the crone,
I never
the
thought
maid, the smith, the warrior, the father, and the stranger. We all know this. Well, this guy's saying,
Stranger's my favorite. I do it all the time.
yeah, I know you strangle something. But what if the 7 was invented just to play with us? I think I already said that.
By
To
us,
mask
who does he mean?
the reader, the people within the world, you, Mad, the audience in the chat. And no one's writing in the chat, so they probably all left, but that's fine because you are going to find out that this elaborate interrelation between A Song of Ice and Fire and one of the most famous works from the ancient Greek world, Thebes. Here's a fun fact. The ancients referred to Greek Thebes as 7-gated Thebes. I don't know if you knew that. In other words, King's Landing equals Thebes.
What?
From this,
What
I
is
don't know.
Thebes? Why didn't he
Thebes.
define Thebes?
Yeah, well, because you should know Thebes. We're intelligent people.
Well, actually, it wasn't the 7 gated Thebes. It was 7 against Thebes. That's how it was. That's what it was pronounced. It was never gated. It was 7 against Thebes.
1 second, Scarlet Gray. You gotta stay with me on this one. This isn't my theory, first off, but there have been other people who I just found out today that have done. I mean, I think Preston Jacobs had like 9 videos about this. But anyways, the title is not a troll. There is a theory out there that's 10 years in the fandom that a time traveling Tyrion is actually Dany's baby. It is rough.
Wait,
thank you, Sonny.
say that again?
Still here. What?
Say that again?
I'm ruining it. I'm gonna ruin it. Let me just get to the meat of this. God. From this humble starting point, we'll eventually arrive at D plus D equals T. So coat yourself in tinfoil and let's dive down the deepest, darkest rabbit hole. I
Fuck
love
this
that
guy.
line.
2
I'm gonna
things.
use that
1,
line from now on.
what is Thebes? I don't know what Thebes is,
It's a
and I
city-
can't. I
it's,
tried to.
It's a city in Greece.
Yes.
Parts of it is still standing.
Okay,
Yeah.
it had 7 gates.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ancient thieves.
Okay. It also
Um,
he still hasn't told us what D plus D equals T is.
because he's getting you into the story. Don't you Don't you like a little suspense? You know what I mean? Like, what's going on with you?
He's wearing my patience thin already.
So ancient Thebes, this is off the top of my head anyways. Ancient Thebes, known as
Sorry,
Waset in
I
Egyptian.
want to interrupt again, but I do.
Of course you do.
Thebes actually had 9 gates. Didn't have 7.
Well, we're talking about something different. Was a major city in ancient Egypt located along the Nile River. Primarily, I believe it was in modern day Luxor. It served as a capital during the, I believe, Middle and New Kingdoms and was renowned for its temples, including the great temple of Amun at Karnak. Amun at Karnak. It's off the top of my head. And its significant role in Egyptian religion and culture. Everybody knows this. So I don't
You
know
need
why
to get back to
don't.
this because the dude's about to piss me off with his next paragraph.
All right. Well, we will. 1 second. I'm in the middle, so I can't say goodnight. Good night. Love you. Good night. Good night, mate. All right.
Tell him you're talking about Thebes.
It's my daughter. What we're talking about Thebes. You'll learn about it someday. What's so special about Thebes? Anyone? No? Okay. Thebes is most famous for being home to Oedipus. I said it right.
Nice.
I didn't think I was going to.
Ooh.
Just ignore the O.
If you have been here before, people, you know I have some issues.
Yeah. I would have went with Oedipus.
Oedipus. Legendary Oedipus killed his father and married his mother. Incest.
No,
If
but
you-
that's, he makes it seem as though the guy was like, man, I want to bang my mom, but my dad's in the way. Let me kill him, then I can bang my mom. That's not even close to what happened.
Maybe we'll get that. Can you just breathe for a second and then we'll come back to that?
Mhm.
I want you to tell us the story if my man XY Seth doesn't tell us. All right. If you haven't noticed, is a major theme. Incest, that is. King's Landing is to incest what Las Vegas is to.
That's not even true, though.
So
Everyone in Las Vegas gambles. The only people doing incest are the
the wealthy rich people.
and only 2 of them.
Only 2 of them.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
mean-
It's just those 2.
You know, there could be
Man,
others.
it's a pandemic. It's rampant.
There's a lot of people in that city. I'm betting there's more than one. You know,
Sure, sure, but to say it's
6
Las
million, though,
Vegas and gambling.
dude, you're being harsh on XY Seth. But do we have our Oedipus? Oedipus
It fucks you up
Rex.
every time, doesn't it?
Because you said the O thing and it screwed me up. Oedipus Rex. There's one clear candidate. His father disowned him from birth, like Oedipus. He's nearly universally
Hold
hated.
on, but
Like-
no, Oedipus's father didn't disown him from birth.
I think XY Seth knows more than you, my friend. We'll come back to your story of what this is about. Okay. He's nearly universally hated, like Oedipus.
No,
And he killed his father, like Oedipus. Yes,
He
that's
didn't
right.
know it was his
Tyrion,
father.
our favorite dwarf, is destined to shag his mother.
Yeah, but like you've got to understand the whole prophecy and
You know
everything
what
like that.
fits?
This is all about someone who was unaware of the scenario and the
Yeah.
situations. This isn't like it's like, man, that chick's hot over there. That's my mum. Oh, stupid dad. I'm gonna hit him with a rock. You know.
We're gonna find out because maybe he didn't know at that time.
You know
what were you gonna say?
fits better?
What?
Fafnir from Norse mythology, who happens to be a dwarf, and his dad happens to be the richest man in the world, and the dwarf kills him and happens to run off and later transforms into a dragon. Does that sound more like Tyrion than Oedipus?
Okay, I mean, it's like apples and oranges because
Yeah,
you
but
know.
where's the incest?
No.
It's rampant.
Where's
in
the
King's
7
Landing.
gates?
You're missing it.
Yeah, I mean,
There's a dragon though involved, Targaryen, and there's also Tywin was filthy rich,
yeah.
and Tyrion happens to be a dwarf. So that's 3 things right there. Plus he runs
Okay.
off, so that's 4.
Okay, you kind of nailed that.
Good.
I'll give you that. But before we address how that doesn't make any sense, so he's with you guys.
So
Let's
what's the
quickly-
point of you doing this?
You shut it and let me read. Let's quickly flesh out a few similarities between Tyrion and
Tyrion has
Oedipus.
flesh. I get it. I'm seeing
They're
it
both
now.
men.
Nailed it. All right, Tyrion. Tyrion has an abnormal gait, waddling to and fro. Oedipus, literally meaning
Wait, is that one
swollen
of the 7
foot.
gates, or is that a different gate?
Different gate. This is the 8th
Different gate. Okay.
one. Had his feet bound, which would likely create an abnormal gait. Tyrion saved King's
Tyrion
Landing, but
waddles because he's a dwarf, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not because anything happened to
So
him.
it's
we're just
not-
saying they
it's
both
not
have a gait.
abnormal for a dwarf.
No, not.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, that is true.
valid
It's not
point,
abnormal.
Valid point. They're a little bold-legged, I guess. Tyrion saves King's Landing, but that doesn't save him from being hated. Oedipus saved Thebes, but that doesn't save him from being hated. Nailed it.
Who hated him?
Everybody, I guess. Disowned by Father Tywin, who
Wait,
contemplates
universe we hate.
oh shit, I hate this word. Infanticide, right? Yep.
Yeah.
You got it.
Did I nail it?
Yep, you got it.
Thank you. Disowned by his father. This is Oedipus, Louis, who attempts infanticide.
No, it wouldn't have been infanticide because I think the dude was in his teenage years when they finally sent him away because of the prophecy that they heard from fucking weird chick.
Late
Oh, no, I
term
thought-
infanticide.
I thought it was at birth.
Oh, was it at birth? I
He
could be
was
wrong about that part.
Yeah.
Oh, Tina, good job. Kills Father Tywin. Kills Father Laus. In broad
But those
strokes.
no, in two entirely different scenarios, though.
Oh,
Tyrone
These
killed
are-
his father, knowing it was his father.
Yeah,
mm.
and also you gotta let him
Mm.
get to the last point where Tyrion marries his mother. That's and then
Well,
it's gonna
well,
go
we
full
gotta work on that. Don't you worry. But it's, you know what? They still both killed their fathers. Okay. In broad
My-
strokes,
my-
Tyrion
my-
matches. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, he's not going to marry his mom because his mom is dead. But my theory had more things, and they weren't
Mm.
as broad.
Yeah, but you don't have the Bing button sound maker thingy-majiggy.
And by the way, when Homeboy says in broad strokes, what he means is stripped of all fucking context,
Uh-huh.
they match.
That's what broad strokes
Perfectly. I'm
means.
glad you're finally able to admit it. All right. In broad strokes, Tyrion matches Oedipus. But what about on the most important details? Mad? Joanna Lannister. But isn't Joanna dead? Yes. That does appear to be a kink in the theory, but let's not get bogged
I believe it's
down by
chink.
technicality.
Isn't it a chink?
Chink?
Yeah. A
Kink.
chink in one's armor?
Yeah.
Kink?
Because a kink is a sexual fetish or a
Yes.
an
A
undesired
chink in
spells-
the armor.
How you spell kink?
Kink,
K.
as well as
Oh,
it would be
CHINK.
a-
yeah.
Well, it could be an attempt at a joke, given that he'd have to sleep with
Oh.
his dead mom.
Yeah.
And also the racism.
This dude is hilarious. What's up, Hockey from away? Jesus. Yeah, it is Hockey from away. I got that. Thank you. I can't read.
Why did you get tripped up on that one? That's like
Yeah,
3 easy words.
I thought it said something else. I'm sorry. Technicalities yet? I plan to resolve the problem of her death unconventionally. Joanne is not Tyrion's real mother.
That
That just didn't work.
Oh, no.
I'm really
She
using this
came-
too much.
Tyrion came out of that woman,
Yeah.
and it killed her.
Oh, just wait,
a
guys.
Woman, a woman at birth
wait a minute.
canal do not
saying
make
the-
a biological mother. So that's
Thank
pretty,
you. Thank you, Tina.
what is this next sentence?
Well, just listen. A womb in a birth canal does not make a biological mother. If I take my eggs, get my husband to sperm one up and implant it in your womb, are you the real mother? No. What we've got with Tyrion is an early example of surrogate pregnancy.
That
Ooh.
So I've got one.
Wha-
Actually, I've got two things that I want to discuss. I'm sorry, sperm one up. That's the technical term for
It is.
medieval
It is.
virtual. Okay, fair enough.
Kirsty will back me on this one. She'll probably think this is a good one.
My favorite part is where he shows all the proof of this happening.
Well, you're gonna see.
What-
You guys aren't even giving this man a chance or woman. I'm
because
starting to think.
everything he said is bananas.
I'm starting to think it's a woman though, because she says my eggs, my husband. So, well, I'm not gonna assume anyone's gender. So let's move on.
Well,
But then who is? Thank you. But who is Tyrion's real mother? Dany, father, Drago. D plus D equals T. Everyone, you heard it here first, folks. Before we see the ironclad support for such a theory, let's note the remarkable similarities between Dany's
No.
child and Tyrion.
That doesn't fucking matter. Get
No,
to
it's
where
huge.
that you have the fucking
huge.
surrogate pregnancy.
Yeah,
And
we'll
what
get
is
there.
DD? So DDT is
Dany and Drago equals Tyrion. Work with me.
what?
See, no,
Rhaego.
I think you're getting it mixed up. I actually think it means Davos and Dario. I mean, that makes way more sense.
It may, but let's not forget a little woman named Mary Mazdor. Okay, so Rhaego versus.
Jorah had seen the fetus.
Mhm. Wait a minute, say that again.
Jorah had seen the dead fetus.
Oh, that gets worked out. Don't you worry, my friend.
Oh yeah, okay, that just worked out. Cool.
Dany gives birth to a child that Miri Mazdu claims is a hideously deformed half-human, half-human. I don't get that. And fiendish, monstrous Miri Mazdul finished for him. Twisted. I drew him forth myself. He was scaled like a lizard, blind, with a stub of a tail and a small leather wings like the wings of a bat.
Nothing like Tyrion.
Can you slow down for a second? Tyrion can easily be associated with each and every one of Rhaego's characteristics. This association reveals their elaborate interrelation. Tywin,
Okay.
or Tyrion, I'm guessing, like Rhaego, has been called
No,
monstrous
huh.
and
But
twisted.
okay, here's the leap
Gargoyle.
though. This dude, okay, or chick or whatever, is making the leap that when Mara Marwarf, whatever her fucking name was, that
Now.
pulled this fucking hideous monster from
Mary
Dany's
Mazdul?
cooch. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
he's saying like what she wasn't being literal with her description, but more figuratively. But that doesn't.
She was being literal.
Oh, okay. So then, no, they're nothing alike. Then, if she's being literal,
We'll see. Monstrous and twisted. The twisted little monkey demon, a twisted little monster. Your head was monstrously huge, we heard. Half again the size of your body. I don't know what accent I was trying to do. And you had been born with thick black hair and a beard besides, an evil eye and a lion's claws. Your teeth were so long you could not close your mouth. And between your legs were a girl's private as well as a boy's.
okay. Well,
Well,
Who was I?
That's
Who was I?
that's the Red Viper saying it, and
Thank
then
you.
he tells Tyrion that when he saw him, he realized
Mhm.
none of this was true. It was just
Right.
a baby
No.
boy.
yeah, he doesn't
his
have a
sister
tail
pinched
or
his,
wings
wiener.
or scales like a lizard.
Okay, we're going on. Tailed. You were said to have one, a stiff curly tail like a swine's. Said to. I got you. You don't have to repeat yourselves. Scaly and winged.
Scally, damn
As
scallywags.
the child of Dany and Drago, he's obviously associated with scaly winged dragons. But even if we momentarily lose all sanity and entertain someone else as the father, like Ares, then that still associates Tyrion
What?
with scales and wings. Two additional associations. One, as Master of Coin, Tyrion had the king's scales under his
Shut the-
jurisdiction.
I mean,
Dude.
the leaps.
This
The-
is,
Oh,
dude.
and
Dude, it's
Tyrion
called
is getting
symbolism.
grayscale.
Oh, this is all symbolism, people. Come on. You got to be a literary person to understand this, Mad. All right. And two, Tyrion Lannister's lion is connected to a scaly lizard through Martin inventing a special fantasy creature, the lizard lion. So
Is that a real
far,
thing?
Zero tinfoil. I don't remember.
So much tinfoil. What are you talking about? It's all.
No, I mean,
No,
it might be
no.
aluminum, but no tinfoil.
This
yet.
is wrapped like a corn cob getting ready to be thrown on the grill. Completely tinfoiled.
Oh, what does Kirsty say here? Tyrion is definitely a chimera. Thank you. But I think he's an absorbed twin in the womb. His dads are either Oberyn and Tywin, reason why Oberyn fought for him and the one black eye and hair, or Oberyn and Mad King. I thought he had a green eye and a blue eye, or a green eye and a.
He fought for him because he wanted to kill the guy that killed his sister. They made that pretty clear.
I don't know about that.
Here's a theory. The bat-like weird thing that Tyrion was described as, right? What if there was a twin birth and the other baby looked like that, and that's what killed Joanna Lannister? Because twin birth back in medieval days might be what killed Lyanna Stark too.
Right, because we believe that.
Right.
And
so they were basically describing his brother, basically.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I believe.
but that the brother would have been born from Dany though, and not this other woman.
No.
You just wait,
No.
because you're missing the point, bro.
Yeah, it's basically it's happened twice. The scaly, nasty baby thing.
Lizard lion, is that a real thing that exists?
Yeah, I believe so. Hockey from away. I think you know stuff. Symbol hockey. Is there? I'm pretty sure there is one down in Soria. What's the place in the south? South Aurora.
And so the Lannisters lion is associated with that lizard lion thing, and not just a lion like what's on all of their fucking shit.
Let's read on. A surrogate pregnancy. The big question is how we can conclude that surrogacy was involved, considering the
I really wish the guy just went, never mind about that, and then went on with something else. Just completely skipped over it.
Skip it all over. That was so perfect.
The answer that we're going to get.
I hope he uses a turkey baster at some point in this.
We're going to find out.
Invented yet.
Problem that Joanna and Dany were never alive at the same time. Thankfully, Mira Mazdor has got it covered. Well, you're going to find out. Mira talks about a reversal and
cycling
of time. Thank you. When the sun rises in the west and sets in the east, then he will return. Not before. What?
No.
If it's setting in the
that's just
east,
her saying never.
No, but what I'm saying is, is it? Or is it she's saying time travel? We have to go back. So now the sun is going backwards.
We have to get a man that's faster than a speeding train, stronger than a bullet to to fly around the world, reversing it.
I don't think they know what a train or a bullet is back then.
No. Well, time travel, you never know.
It's called alliteration.
In other words, before Dany's husband returns, a reversal in time symbolized by the sun moving in the opposite direction has to complete. Quaithe too has more to say about time travel. To go north, you must go south. To reach the west, you must go east.
I think you're missing something fundamental that actually happens. What about if the poles just shift? There doesn't actually have to be time travel. If the poles shift, then the sun will be rising from the east.
Do you want to be serious or
no? Unlike our Earth, this Earth is not flat. So if you go north, you will end up going south, and if you go west, you will end up going east.
To go forward, you must go back.
It actually refers to a Norse mythology thing where Daenerys is supposed to go around the world.
To go forward, you must go back.
80 days. I think.
Well, that's what XY says, Seth. You must go back in time. Something from the past needs to come to the future, and something from the future must make its way to the past. That something is Dany's unborn fetus, Rhaego, who Miri transplants back in time into Joanna's already occupied womb by using Drago's soul.
What?
Rhaego, well, you have to, life pays for death, or something like that. Rhaego thus absorbs his biological father back in the past. Joanna's genuine fetus by Tywin or Aerys isn't delivered and remains dead for years until Miri blood magics the baby back into the present. Dany delivers decaying time capsule. I mean, if you guys can't follow this.
No, because she was pregnant before Miri even showed up.
Right, but she took that fetus back in time.
How? In a
She just-
basket?
XY just explained everything to you guys.
No, how does she time travel?
No,
Okay,
she put it
she's a magician.
put it in a basket, it floated down the river, and then a midget found it.
No, the
And
river.
There was
Oh,
Bad Marty in there and everything. It was awesome.
yeah.
No.
These big hairy dogs were chasing after them.
I will take this baby where the evil and magic can find it. Anyways, listen.
You are a great warrior.
My Morgan, you are a great warrior. You must go back. Okay, let me try this one more time for you guys. Okay. That something is Danny's unborn fetus, Rhaego, who Miri, in the moment, transplants back
How?
in time into while Drago is dying and all this stuff is going on, and she's supposedly saving Drago's life, and Danny believes she used the fetus blood pays for blood.
She's actually quantum leaping.
Almost. So she thought, Danny and everybody else thought that the baby's death was what paid for Drago's life. But Drago is like soulless. What this person is saying is no, reverse that. The soul of Drago. Okay, let me read it again. Danny's unborn fetus, Rhaego, who Miri transplants back in time into Joanna's already occupied womb by using Drago's soul.
In what way?
Rhaego, she uses the magic from his soul to do a time travel to get Rhaego thus killed and absorbs his biological father's soul back in the past. Joanna's genuine fetus by Tywin or Aerys isn't delivered and remains dead in time somewhere for years until Miri's blood magic the baby back into the present. Danny delivers the decaying time capsule.
What?
Can I read this? When I touched him, the flesh sloughed off the bone, and inside he was full of grave worms in the stink of corruption. He had been dead for years. So why was Danny's fetus dead for years when even in this world, 10 months-ish, a woman gives birth?
I mean, if only
Years.
America still wasn't a liar, we could trust
What-
her.
Also,
Yeah,
what
but
mechanism does she use to travel
decades,
in
though?
time?
It's all she's using magic, dude. She's not going in time. She
Are
is
there any
sending-
examples where blood magic has been used to
Well,
manipulate time?
There is some time magic we know with the weirwood trees. Okay, we see it in
Well, that's
one
more
of
of a
Rand's-
window.
well, he is technically talking to Ghost at one point in one of his chapters. He's the weirwood tree, and Ghost is talking. It's really John as Ghost talking
Right.
to the weirwood tree with the face of Bran.
But there's not something physical, something tangible that you take from one time to another time. Looking back through
that's
like
it.
what Steeg said about the window.
Yeah.
We
it's
might
like,
find out Bran turns Hodor into Hold the Door. That's time
Oh,
travel, boys.
No,
He's
no,
touching
because
on
he
how
didn't
to
he
make
didn't transport anything from the past to the future to the past.
Consciousness. He is
Not the same thing as a
talking-
dead a fetus.
No, the fetus itself is occupied, and then she takes it,
Way more
and
than
it's been dead for years. I mean,
yeah,
if that
that
doesn't
bit
make
is
sense.
weird that she said it was dead for years. But you know, there's 2 books
think I'm starting to
left.
get
He's
you.
not going to start introducing
Yeah.
time transporting
Yeah, this
magic
isn't
device
from
that
season
late in the
3.
story.
Is there only 2 books left, guys?
Also, is that all the context? Like, is that everything that was said in this little thing? Is there not more context with what she said about
I
he had
think
been
that's
dead for
enough.
years?
I think
I'm
that's
just saying,
enough.
like, I feel like
No.
there's probably something in between.
I think you missed
Actually,
everything.
no.
This is it.
There's nothing in there except
Yeah,
that.
this is it. This is it right there.
But,
Years.
yeah.
Let me read that again.
He
Had been
he had
dead
been dead.
for years.
I just
Yeah.
feel like right before this is
Um,
No
as
wonder you
if
guys don't believe in Hollow
he
Earth.
had been dead for years. I just feel like as if was missing.
No. He had been dead for years.
No, I see what this guy wrote.
No,
I'm
I
asking
believe
what
that's-
Martin wrote.
I believe that's what Martin wrote right there. I mean, why would XY Seth not
Yeah,
put the exact?
I think that's what Martin wrote.
Yeah, me too. Mirror confirms that Joanna's fetus delivered by Dany had been dead for years. Recap. Let's
Wait,
recap.
Mir
everybody.
confirms what Miri said. That's not how confirmation works.
I
Miri
confirmed it.
confirms what Miri said.
Yeah. No, yeah. Miri confirms that Joanna's
Well, we
fetus.
investigated ourselves and we found out we did nothing wrong.
Amen. Recap. Using Drago's soul, Miri transports Rhaego, the fetus, back in time where he delivered by an already pregnant Joanna. Joanna's fetus, fathered by Tywin or Aerys, doesn't make it. Collateral blood magic causes that fetus to resemble Rhaego, and it begins to decay. After being dead for years, Miri sends it back to the future and delivers it from Dany's womb. Back in the past,
so what
Rhaego
happened to
just
the-
let me finish. Back in the past, Rhaego gets the name Tyrion, R equals T. Tyrion lives as a Lannister for over 34 years. Even though he has already killed and absorbed his biological father, Drago, Tyrion kills his adopted father, Tywin, for shits. Tyrion returns to Dany. No. Tyrion returns to Dany to complete Miri's prophecy. Then her husband will return, and not before. Tyrion marries Dany, his mother. Oedipus gets Rex. The world shudders as Tyrion begins to mount it.
Hold
Oh
on.
my God, it's magical, guys.
No, we have to break that down bits by bit. Oh,
Oh,
listen.
Woo.
Just before you start that, before we break down, I just have a simple question. If she had the ability to time travel and transport, why didn't she do that instead of sticking around and getting raped like 4 times?
Because that was all her plan.
That was part of her plan.
Then why did she complain about it if it was part of her plan?
Because she had to let them know she was angry.
So
But
she
why would
was
be angry
lying.
if it was her plan? If it was her plan for that to happen, why would she be angry about it?
Because why do women do what they do? I don't know. You know, you guys are like, whoa, let's bring in the graping.
I mean, it's an essential part.
No,
of
don't you scroll down.
I'm just saying a very small man can cast a very large
Fuck off
shadow.
with that.
The world. He's gonna mount it.
Well,
No,
yes.
no.
No,
Go back
that's
up.
when he's sitting on a dragon.
Right. Mounting the world. A flaming stallion.
So here's part of the problem, right? So Tyrion in
Mhm.
the womb absorbs Rhaego.
No, Drago's soul.
Oh, sorry,
Absorbs
Drago's
it.
soul.
Yeah, it gets that power. Ugh. That's why he casts a long shadow.
Okay, just
He has
refer
so
to him
much
as
power.
Aquaman. It would be easy for Matt to
Yeah,
follow.
thank you.
He absorbs Aquaman's soul.
Okay. How? Why? What?
Blood magic. Boom.
So, what was in Dany's womb before Miri put in the dead baby for years?
Wait a minute. What was that now?
Because, well, Dany was pregnant before Miri came to them, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, what was in Dany's womb?
Switched it. She switched it right there. That's when the time travel happened, man. The blood
So-
magic at that moment. That's why it was dead for years. It decayed going into the future.
Wait, no.
Grave worms.
Okay,
How
so
would that work?
when she first got
Blood
pregnant,
magic?
who's in her belly? Tyrion or Rhaegal? Or
Rhaegal.
Well,
Rhaegal.
where's Tyrion?
Tyrion has, dude, it's like it's the loop, dude. He's already been born, already sucked that soul, but now it's going to happen again. It's just everything happens as it's meant to happen. It's the grandfather paradox.
No.
No, it's the other one. It's this.
It's
I
not
have
even
a
bootstrap.
devil's
It's worse.
advocate thing.
Oh, devil's advocate.
The
So,
reason
I just
why
want to get
Joanna,
it clear.
Whoa, let him speak. Thank you. Go ahead, Stig.
the reason why Joanna was chosen for that switch
Mhm.
is because the baby in her belly is Aerys's baby, ergo Targaryen blood, same as Daenerys.
Exactly.
Targaryen DNA.
And that's how it can switch. I mean,
I
we
still
learned
don't
in,
buy this theory whatsoever, though.
but you just nailed it because there is that connection. If it's Ares' baby, there is Targaryen blood, so they can switch places. I
What-
mean,
Is that something they're known for?
We saw that in House of the Dragon. They were
Did
able
we?
to connect to each other through mental things.
But that's not
and-
physical shit, though.
Superwoman and Damon.
And Tyrion has one black eye and one purple.
I thought it
Is
was
that it?
green and purple. I thought he had green and
Green.
purple.
It says emerald.
It's
What's
green
the
and purple,
color
right?
of Drogo's eyes then?
Not the
Because
right color.
Targaryens have purple eyes, so it's like a hint that Tyrion's half Targaryen, right? So it's probably
Right,
Daenerys'
right.
baby.
You know what? I don't.
But,
let's double check. Let's double check, guys. Let's see what Tyrion's eyes
Or
look like.
or did Joanna have green eyes? Because that purple eye is a Targaryen.
Well,
hint,
Lannisters
you know?
are known to have green, I believe.
Okay, so half Lannister, half Targaryen, probably.
Yeah, it might screw this up a little bit. Tyrion Lannister. Let's see. Appearance. Let's see. Tyrion stubby fingers, jutting forehead, eyes green and black. Wow, green and black.
So
Okay.
wait, is one green and one black, or is it green but
No, one's green, one's black. So that really screws up everything, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Well, doesn't Euron have a black eye too? And we're also
Yeah, but
told
didn't
that the Great Other
didn't he remove
has
his?
black eyes.
Yes, we did. You're right. You are right. Where did this person say the thing about the eyes, though? I remember there was something about the eyes, but I can't remember where they said it.
Hold Control, hit F, and then type in the word I.
Yeah, I was going to do that, actually. I know how to do that. I'm pretty technically amazing. He just needs grown son with the same eyes. I don't know what that part is. Did I miss
No,
that?
that's
Oh,
the
that's the road.
comments.
I need to go all the way up, huh? Did it skip it or something?
Well, you think.
Don't you worry. I'm going to start here. Boom. Okay, I'll start here. Boom. All right, let's try that again. Eyes.
Just good.
I should have just went back, shouldn't I? Okay. Eyes. 1. Your beard, monstrous, was half body. You've been born with thick black hair and beard besides eye. Dude, not that one. Okay, maybe I missed it. I swear this person put the thing about the eyes. An evil eye and a lion's claw.
Oh, he does have the evil eye because he has the black one.
Yeah.
And Melisandre says that the Great Other has eyes that are as black as night. And doesn't Euron have a black eye?
Yeah, Obsidian.
So
he has his smiling eye and his other eye. So that confirms it. All right, let's see the predictions.
I'm not buying this theory at all, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay, maybe a little off the mark.
I feel bad for how much time he spent on this nonsense.
She maybe. All right, let's just try this. Tyrion kills Hizdar Zolar because why not at this point? Dany and Tyrion marry. Their marriage is first consummated in King's Landing, Thebes. King's Landing will be leveled to the ground, much like Thebes. I didn't know that happened. Tyrion will fly a dragon because he's the stallion who mounts the world. Tyrion becomes king of Westeros. Tyrion will gouge out his eyes like Oedipus, also fulfilling Mira's description of Rhaego as blind. Oh, man.
But not with the scales like a lizard, the wings or the tail. Or
that's the dragon he flies. It's like they become one.
And the scale is grayscale.
Grayscale too. He can get it. He did fall in the water.
That part, she was being high, what would you call it? Not literal, but like she was being more not literal, right?
Like I know the other word.
Yeah. I just can't think of the other
exactly
word.
What you're saying.
I thought Tina would hump in here at some point.
Not literal, but
did I say hump in here? Yeah. So I did hump in here, jump in here.
Tina's humping in.
So she was being metaphorical for all of that, but when it came to he had been dead for years, that's when it gets literal.
I mean, unliteral is technically a word as well.
Well, because
so
I mean,
you were
she
right with the
literally
word.
said he was dead for years. It's literal.
Right,
Okay.
but she was being metaphorical with the description of how he looked.
So, anyways, TLGR. What is that? Talk later, dude.
Too long, didn't
Really?
read.
It's
What?
the lowdown.
Too long, didn't read.
Okay. The half man is the stallion who mounts the world. Mirror Mazdul created a rift in space time to do a fetus swap, making Rhaego and Tyrion the same person and creating a prophecy where he becomes destined to marry Dany, his mother.
What?
Oh.
Hold on. Fuck
But
off.
it's not his mother. That's why I asked you at the beginning. That's not the mother.
Mm.
Because I asked you who did she get, like, who was in her belly beforehand, and you said it was her actual son.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Which means that Tyrion is not her son. Therefore, the prophecy will not work.
They absorbed each other or something.
Doesn't matter. There'd only be half.
No. You're wrong, because he says Rhaego is named Tyrion by the Lannisters. Boom. I mean, there's no holes in this. I mean, it's Loctite, guys.
Yeah, that's really
I've
solid.
seen Swiss cheese with less holes.
I like this guy. Targaryen 93 says a never before seen theory. Okay, I'll give you that.
I can't believe I moved my stream back to 9:15 so I could be here for all of yours. And this,
I'm so happy you did, man. It means a lot to me. I think that was powerful stuff, guys. And this might be my most loved stream. You know?
Powerful drugs.
Oh, wait a minute. Isn't Tyrion older than Dany, bro? After we're done, start this over because I give you one of maybe the greatest theories ever to come out of the fandom.
In fact, it's played in reverse. It'll actually make more sense.
Maybe it would. Maybe it would come in and play in the books. Kirsty had one good up here. Oberyn sleeping with older married Yorwood, a woman, and then his mom and Joanna, known for cheating, were together, betrothed their kids, black eye, hair clues, combat for his sister and son. Oberyn is Fairy King. I love it. So he is the father of Tyrion, even though they're only like a couple of years old. No, he was like 14, 15 at least when Tyrion was born. In mythology, and is a dwarf. One of the very few traits of chimerism is two different colored eyes. Okay, I'm pretty open-minded, but I'm finding it hard to follow. Thank you. Joanna was a G. What?
it's so fitting that we talked about QAnon before we started that, because the leaps that you would have to make, the just blood magic it.
Yeah.
She
It's
said
so
a
on
line,
point.
and that one wasn't. That one was literal. Just like, the other day, it's like, oh, it's raining cats and dogs. It was lucky that she didn't say that because they literally would have been cats and dogs.
All right, let me just show you something because you might have missed it. Okay. It's in bold. I mean, if that's not literal, what is, guys? It's in bold. All right. So there.
Yeah, it's really fun reading a book when you have no idea if it's being metaphorically said or literally from fucking first to second half of a sentence, without any fucking indications.
I mean, everything else was literal in that sentence, gray worms and stuff like that. So
right.
I just think
But
you
then
guys
the
aren't really
scales and
like
shit.
using your minds, opening it up and really diving deep into this one.
Bro, I can't even like play around with that one.
It's
Normally
so
I'd do a
that
bit
tired.
like buying into, you know what I mean? Trying to
I
sell
had
it,
to be the one. I had to be the one.
but fuck
Also-
off with that.
Also, looking at that passage when she said he was already dead, he had been for years. She's talking about Drogo. She's not
Shut
talking
up.
about the baby.
No, she's talking about the baby.
No, I literally just read it.
No, I think you might be misreading what you're reading.
Yeah,
You
she's
might
talking
be
about
miss-
the baby.
She's talking about the
She
baby.
implied Drogo was already dead. The spiritual meaning of the sense. That's what that means.
I think you're wrong. Because she put it
I
in
don't
bold.
like
So,
those first two words that you just said.
oh, Mad, Mad? Thanks for coming, buddy. He has a stream in like 20 minutes. That's probably why he left. Oh, he's back. I thought. What happened?
I was moving around to get my keyboard and I
Well,
accidentally hit Gmail. So I went to a
Drogo
different thing.
wasn't full of grave worms.
No,
You know?
no. When I touched him, the flesh
Did-
slogged off the bone. That's talking about the baby.
Yeah.
I remember
Yeah,
reading
'cause
that because that
Drogo
was
is
when
a
I
bit-
read it. I was like,
Well,
you know, one of
yeah,
the-
because Daenerys kills Drogo later with a pillow. He's not missing
Mhm.
any flesh.
no, he's missing what? Most likely his soul.
Yep.
Boom.
That's literally what I just said. In a spiritual sense, he's been dead for years. I literally just said that.
Yeah, but she in this sentence is talking about the baby, and that's literal. He had been dead for years. I mean, it's in the theory, Grant. It's in the theory. It has to be right. It has to be, I guess. I mean, you know, you could try.
And this theory is full of shit.
Okay, maybe you have a valid point there. Full of massive shit. What's up, Mark? Yeah. It's a tough one to pretend.
I think
even
with a
has-
lot of, I think with a lot of theories, this person tried her darndest to make it fit,
I agree with you.
rather
I mean,
than rather than look at ways to make it not fit.
right,
You know,
right. Because
you need to do both. You know,
you know what though? The funny thing is, I mean, it has been on here for 10 years, but dang, a lot of people have viewed this. Like upvotes for like certain people are over 3 or 4K. So a lot of people have read this theory. So it's
The upvotes, were those going to
Okay.
people like this is
making fun.
nonsense? Yeah.
Making
Yeah.
fun. Like,
So he's taken the quotes, two quotes that aren't directly next to each other, that are way further apart.
say that one again. What?
The person took the quotes. Those quotes that they've got there acting as if they were in the same sentence are not. They
Are
are
you
they are
sh-
much further apart. Yes.
You want to share that to justify? Because
Get your book out.
oh, now it's me. I have to get my book out. I see what this is. All right. Let's see. I don't think I have it right here. Let me give me a
it's
second.
the second last Daenerys chapter, maybe.
Game of Thrones. Here we go. Did you know around where? Yeah, it has to be like one of the last ones, right?
Yeah, I think it's the second last one.
You don't have like
Because in the
a
last one, she
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go AI on this.
analog
Uh,
F9 or F8. What is it? The search? Damn it.
Mhm.
Where you can search for words. What is it? F8, F9?
Control F.
Is it Control F?
Yeah, game.
You don't have an analog Control F for your book?
No,
nailed
I
it.
don't. That would be
Fix it in post.
Took you a while, but wow, that was good. That was good. Here we go. Let me bring this bad boy up. We'll get a little picture story going here.
He was dead already. He had been dead for years. You knew it. The stallion who mounts the world will burn, and you will go with him.
I'm gonna have to read this myself. I don't
that's
trust
the baby.
myself writing that. Yeah. Chapter. Let's go like 68-ish or something.
because Drogo wasn't dead until Daenerys killed him later. He was just in bed, kind of, right? She killed him with
Right.
a pillow.
Or whatever they had equivalent to a pillow. I guess a rag.
Her boobs. She booby trapped him.
Oh, God.
You don't want to wake Drogo, do you? Okay, I'm gonna keep going. Oh, sugar.
You can go Control F.
Okay, what am I looking for?
The sentence that you just said.
I didn't say it. You said it. Where is my own thing right there?
Yeah, it's a slight deviation, right? But
He's dead already.
the Great Other and the Night's King, right? Both have 13 letters in their title.
They both use vowels
and
and
the Night's
consonants as well, so that's another thing you can add to it.
Wow, man. Who hurt you? Who hurt you tonight, Grant? Because boom, let me show you something, Grant. Damn it, where'd it go?
Welcome everybody from the Mead Raid. We appreciate you joining our stream already in session.
Oh, right here. Twisted. I drew him forth myself. He was scaled like a lizard, blind, with the stub of a tail and the small leather wings like the wings of a bat. When I touched him, the flesh slugged off the bone, and inside he was full of grave worms and the stink of corruption. He had been dead for years. It's one sentence.
Yeah.
One
It's,
quote.
It's the baby.
It's the baby. Yep.
Cool.
I'm just, you wanted me to prove it. I proved it.
What did you prove?
I don't
Not
know
time
what
travel.
Thank you, Mead. I love you guys. That's awesome. Midnight's Edge After Dark is just Tom. Thank you for sending everybody over. I appreciate
I haven't been on a
it,
stream
man.
with Tom for a long time.
Well, Tom just threw us 47 people. Thank you, everybody. We're going to be talking next about something. We're actually going to watch it because you got to see what he said. George, again, in another interview, talking some junk. Well, not talking junk, but talking about producers taking over your baby, like your work. And I feel like he's throwing shade at people. I want to see what you guys think. So let me get to.
All right, I'm back. Did you end up showing the text? I missed it.
I'm sorry. Oh, wait a minute. Let me show you. There you go. While you do that, I'll look at this. Oh, wait a minute. I got to add it, don't I? There you go. It's right there for your viewing eyes.
Yeah, see, that's how you make a theory and then you prove it. Scott. You just did something that guy didn't do at all.
Okay. I mean, yes, I'm better at this than that person. I get that. Thank you for the compliment. This is from Collider, everybody. I just want you to take a look at what George is saying.
George, you're no stranger to adaptations of your.
Wait, which one's George?
For you, what is
the one in the middle?
A green flag and what is a red flag when it comes to working with people who want to adapt your stories? And what was it about Paul that made you say, okay, yes, I trust you with this?
Money.
It probably was money, wasn't it?
Yo, that exact vest is in RDR2, is in Red Dead Redemption 2. Like, no joke.
Thank you, Tom. All right, go on.
Yeah, because this is important. The vest that George has on is the exact vest you can get in Red Dead Redemption 2.
Was he a part of that? Did he write anything for that? Because I know he did Elder Scroll, and I thought he has done other games.
He may just be a fan of the game.
It could be. It could be.
So also this might be a dumb question, but what the hell is George doing with Miller and her husband?
Wait, hold on.
They bought one of his book series to adapt into a movie, and
well, you see how great they were at adapting with Resident Evil,
or any other thing that Paul W.S. Anderson has done. Name 3 good movies he's done.
No,
I'll wait.
I can't name any. I don't even know what movies he's done. What has Paul W.S. Anderson done?
Event Horizon.
Okay. Event Horizon is the only one I can think of.
That wasn't a bad movie.
I said 3.
Should have been longer.
Should we take a look and see?
Yeah. I'm looking at it now. Let's see. Director.
What's up, Brahma?
Ooh, Monster Hunter. Yay. Pompeii.
Okay.
Pompeii was better than what I thought it was going to be.
Teresa, how are you?
Hello. Hey, doing well. Actually, I had some fantastic news today about a family member. Turns out she's cancer free. So,
wonderful.
Yeah,
that's so good to hear.
Highly splendid.
Awesome.
Yes.
My mother let us know that her cancer treatments have been working and her tumors are shrinking too. So it must be a wonderful week for that.
Yes,
well,
amen to that.
But I found his 3 good movies.
Yeah, hell yeah. 3 good movies. Go on.
Yep, Soldier with Kurt Russell, 1998. Event Horizon, 1997, Mortal Kombat, 1995. After
Okay,
that,
so you're talking about the 3 films he did back to back to back.
Yep.
Mhm.
In the
He
late
did all the
90s.
Resident Evils,
Yes.
though. He did them all, right?
Yes, he did all the. He also did Aliens versus Predator as well, and all the death races.
Okay. If we go IMDb,
Matt,
yes, sir.
Did you know that Soldier takes place in the Blade Runner universe?
I did know that. I watched it not that long ago because I started watching Rebel Moon. And I was like, this is the worst version of Soldier. I'm going to go watch that instead.
is that what it's kind of ripping off?
When he cried and he hit himself in the face because he didn't understand what was wrong. He thought he was leaking. Silly human.
So what did they buy from? Because this is a recent video. This video is from.
I have to hear his
11 days
his green flags for letting Paul W.S. Anderson handle some of his shit after what happened with HBO.
The only thing he's got coming up, Paul W.S. Anderson, is this thing called House of the Dead, where it looks like zombies. In other words,
it's the Lost Lands. It's his the film in Lost Lands. That's what it is.
Yeah. I was going to say, Paul W.S. Anderson's newest film is Resident Evil without the Umbrella Corporation. It literally, if you just take out the word, if you put the word Umbrella in there, it's Resident Evil.
Yeah, and Mila Jovovich is starring in the movie.
Well,
now
of
that's
course.
your husband, right?
Yes. She's the only woman allowed to be a lead in his movies.
It seems like it, right?
And Dave Bautista is
He
going to be
shouldn't
the
have cheated on her
hunter.
when he was in his 20s, plain and simple.
She was even the lead in the Three Musketeers movie he made. I kid you
Really?
not. He made it all about
It's her
Milady,
movie now.
which was
my
her.
God.
Yeah, it was her dodging bullets in slow motion.
Is he writing
That's half the movie.
this movie or show or whatever it's going to be?
I'm looking at that right now. Writers. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say the screenplay was written by W.S. Anderson and Konstantin Werner.
Guess what? The
writer
his
is
three
George
best.
R. Martin.
Guess what? His 3 best movies, Paul W.S. Anderson. His 3 movies. You know what they have in common? None of them written by him.
Oh, well, I mean, George Martin. This is based on the short story In the Lost Lands by George Martin. So it doesn't show him. He gets a writing credit, but the screen to story is by Paul. Yeah, you're right. Paul W.S. Anderson and Konstantin Werner.
Cool.
That sounds familiar. All right. I just want you guys to hear what he talks about producers, though.
Well,
Don't make him cry.
it was actually Konstantin who first contacted me and bought the 3 stories, and he wrote a screenplay with all 3 of them in it that I remember meeting with him a couple times, and he would apprise me of the progress he was taking it to film festivals and so forth. I don't remember how many years passed before you got involved, and he told me that you want to go to focus on one of the stories.
We
was
tried
that.
to get it made for like a good year. We tried to get it made.
You know, you've asked a very big question, and once that I've been blogging about and getting in trouble for.
Right there, he's talking about blogging about the first couple episodes of season 2 of House of the Dragon, and he was planning on doing. He did episode 1 and 2 in just a scathing blog, and he was going to do 3, 4, and how many did they have? 5, 6. I think they only had 8, right? 7, 8, and he was going to do a blog for every 2 episodes, how much he couldn't stand them, and that's what he references right there, and he goes on.
The writer, in some ways, is the hardest one to say about this, because I once wrote a story called Portraits of His Children, which was about a writer and being haunted by his fictional characters. But I don't have any children, and I think a lot of writers, these are my children, these stories that I create. And
Mila Jovovich looks like, please, dude, don't say anything stupid. She is like sweating
She has
bullets.
she's had such bad plastic surgery.
I know. She was beautiful. She should have just let it happen.
Multiverse.
You have two
Sorry, I keep hitting
choices
buttons.
when you sell them for adaptations. You can try to get involved and or you can just, all right, I wrote the book. Here's they're making a movie. It's a different thing. And sometimes it's good to do one, and sometimes it's good to do the other. James M. Cain, very famous writer of the 30s, he wrote The Postman Always Lived Twice and all that, was very famously
Cool.
asked
That's
by
nothing to do with the question I
a
asked.
reporter not unlike you.
He's getting to it. He's getting to it.
What do you think of what Hollywood has done to your books?
Dude, he takes so long
And
to
he
do
answered
anything.
very famously,
Well, he is
it
a
drives
writer,
me
after
nuts.
all.
That is very true, but it drives me nuts because he's saying all this bullshit to try to figure out what he really wants to say.
That
I
you look
now
at his
understand
body
why he doesn't have
language.
any kids. It would take him probably a month to come at this rate.
Teresa, what were you going to say?
I was just gonna say, look at his body language too. He's got some nervous body
Yes.
body language, and
because
if looks could kill from that chick in the middle too.
Oh, I know. God, Mila
It's
Jovovich.
probably because he was like, "Oh, this is Paul W.S. Anderson." Fuck.
I didn't even know who this dude was.
He finally looked at his IMDb. I was like, no. I was thinking the other guy.
I was thinking Wes Anderson.
Yes, I was thinking Wes Anderson, not Paul W.S. Anderson.
Oh, no.
That's exactly what happened.
You know it too. You know it.
Oh, but
Hollywood
yeah, he had
hasn't
that
done anything
vibe
to
of
my
like in improv where you repeat the question.
Yes.
So
yeah.
to give yourself time to think of something.
Right, or throw in a quip about
Yep.
a different thing altogether, and that's what he's doing right now.
Books, they're right there. They're on the shelf.
What?
Not a word's been changed. And that is the answer that
Did you see
get
her face
sometimes.
when it went from laugh? Ooh, that was scary.
She's
Go back just a little
terrifying,
bit.
isn't she?
There you go.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Watch
Right
her go
here.
from laugh to
Dude,
what
does
she
she
does.
have a left eye? Okay.
Changed. And that is the answer that does. You give
Is that
sometimes.
not scary?
Dude, she's gonna kill poor George.
Right? Dude, that's something you would see in a fucking horror movie.
Do you think she has a gun under the table?
I don't
Get a food
think he needs
taster.
one with that jawline.
Oh man, she was so hot in Dazed and Confused. All right.
She was a child.
But
She was older than me.
there's also something very special for a writer if you sell your book to a movie, and maybe you're involved with the movie, maybe you're not, maybe you don't
He's
see any of it until
saying that
opening
again.
day, and
Yeah.
but when you see it on opening day, if it's good and if it's
What
good
was the
in the way
question?
that you wrote it,
I'm still kind of confused by that too. I
Why
don't know.
did you pick Paul?
Bill Murray made the mistake with the Garfield film. Mistook Cohen for Cohen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up, Darren? Hope everything's going well with you, buddy. Go ahead. Were you going to say something, Teresa?
I was just going to say he reminds me of me when I'm trying to answer an English question, like in literature class, and it's a
Mhm.
total BS question, or you don't really have an answer, so you just start to write like rhetoric or things that you think that the teacher might
Yep.
want. Start
Yep.
bullshitting about all sorts of the symbolism of the glass of water. Yeah, that's what's important.
It feels like someone who is, because I do this as well. If you talk long enough, you can somehow end up at an actual answer. And it's a great moment to where you realize, oh, here's the answer, even though you've been speaking for 20 minutes.
Right.
Yeah.
Very
and
true.
then finally you say, sorry, I'll have a cheeseburger. And then they go drive through the next window.
Yeah, and everyone hates you.
Just
Did
wanted
you
to let
gift
you know.
yourself 5?
I gifted 5 Sporky News memberships. So Listless Receptionist got one. The Jinja Ninja. George Martin is here. This guy's rambling. Let's see. Miss Rocket Softball. Awesome. Thank you for being here. Dwayne Longhoffer. I think I said that right. Winter's Wolf's Den. That's a great name. And yeah, I think that was it, right? And Darren Like My Father. Did I say that? Darren Like My Father before me, I believe. Might have got one. All right. Thank you guys for being here. So I wanted to gift out 5 for, we have over, 36. We haven't had that many people on YouTube in a while. So thank you
We have
for being
over
here.
5 members now.
Yeah, we have over 5 members. So
I've
that's
been a
gonna be
member
great.
since the jump.
Since jump, bro. Jump. I think we're at like 60. All right, here we go.
It's like your dreams have come alive. These children of yours, these fictional children, there they are on the screen, and it really is. I can't describe how great a feeling that is. How
But
exciting
Here we
it is.
go.
You know, I can relate to that so much because I have children of my own, and it's
And
so
what?
interesting that you would compare
Ooh.
it that way because, in a
and if they
sense,
talk
like
bad to
you
me, I'd
write
murder them.
the book of your children when they're born, and you have this idea of how you're going to parent, and you do your best to raise them.
Wow. She wanted to say
until
something.
they're
So see,
18 or whatever,
He spoke. Yeah,
and then you have to
he
let them
spoke long.
go.
They've all
And
forgotten
then
the question.
yeah.
Did you see what she did right there? And you love them and you care, but then you have to let them go. Did you see how she
Oh,
said that to
yeah.
him?
Well, it felt like she wanted to say something, so she latched onto the idea of the kids, and then
Yeah.
completely different from what he was
Yeah.
referencing.
Yeah.
Freaking great. Hold on. Let's just hear it, right?
up until they're 18 or whatever.
I killed
And
them.
then you have to let them go. And then the integrity that you've put into them all those years then comes back tenfold to you because, in a sense, the life they take on their own gives you pride.
Hopefully,
Even
they don't turn
well,
out to be a
hopefully,
serial killer.
hopefully, if Paul didn't give you pride, I'll get him for you.
Oh God!
She
Mhm.
terrifies
Oh.
me.
How much you want to bet she gets to write a lot of her own dialogue in movies too?
Right.
Yeah.
I got
could see-
you now.
Yeah, I could say as a woman, that is the bitchiest thing that women do
Mhm.
about children,
Yep.
especially if they're on someone that doesn't have children. It's like, well, since I have children, I guess
Yes.
I have some insight since I have children and you
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah, George made the mistake of opening that door just a little. And she's like, I'm coming in, George, because you're
Well-
making no sense right now. And I'm going to tell you what it really is about.
Yeah.
She
Shut
didn't
up,
make any
George.
sense either.
All right. And he finishes, though. He jumps in.
Yeah.
Look at that face.
I mean,
She
I-
looked at him like, you're going
I
to
respect that, and I've listened to a lot of your interviews in the past few weeks, and I think that's a very fair answer to give,
What?
especially because sometimes you
What
can
was your
control things and
question?
sometimes you can't, and
That
you
was-
really just have to.
She was like, her question was,
Paul?
what?
She asked why
Oh
did you
yeah, that's right. It
Right.
was red flag, green flag.
And it's just like, well, when you get something made and you see it on the big screen, it's like seeing your kids. Okay,
Yeah.
that wouldn't have mattered if it was Paul or anyone. That was still going to happen. Why did you
Right.
pick Paul?
Right.
Over anybody else, right? She said, "What are the
Was
red
that the
flags?" Oh,
question?
yeah, it was what green flags did you see with Paul versus red flags you saw with other
He's going
people
to
or
put
something
my
like that.
mo- he's going to
Oh,
put my
dude, wait. Because he
movie
doesn't
in it.
even get there. He doesn't even get there yet. Watch.
But with the flow
their
and
green
say,
flag was I thought it was
we're going
Wes
to let
Anderson.
this be what it is.
Yes, but of course, I gave you everything in this world has an upside and downside. There's also the downside where you watch the movie and God, it's not your children. It's they've done something, and there are many cases. I know writers who have gone to the premiere of their movie and gotten up and walked out. They just can't
Or just doesn't give a
take
fuck
it. So,
anymore.
because
I've
there's
seen-
such a strong personal relationship.
I've seen writers live tweet another show during the finale of a show based on your work.
Yeah.
Right. Imagine seeing your children being destroyed by W.S. Anderson. Yeah, right. All right. Wait. He
It's
goes
also
on.
a very good feeling, of course, which in my arrogance, I will say doesn't happen that often. But when they make substantial changes and it's better. I mean, I did a whole blog on House of Dragon first season.
First
the
season.
character of Viserys Targaryen. He's a very
Look at
minor
Wes,
character in my
W.S.
book, and
like,
not,
you motherfucker.
but
Just
they
say I'm
got Penny
good.
Constantine to play him, and he was robbed. He should have won an Emmy. It was
Literally a
amazing.
I
Amazing.
hate her too.
His character is his
She's
Viserys
amazing.
is so much better than my Viserys. It made me want to go back and rewrite the book, but I didn't.
No,
But,
Yeah. No.
that can happen too. So this is really a profession for gamblers, wouldn't you say? You never know how it's going to turn out.
I say it sounds like a roll of the dice. So
No, it's always
That's
or
what
like a
it
box
is.
of chocolates.
Never actually, like, in that point, answers anything. And like the straight up question is, what made you pick this guy? and he's just going on a rant about other people. So it's like, does he already know that he's going to hate what they did with it, or is it just he wants
How
to
far
vet this
along are
out?
they? How far along are they in production on this one?
They don't even have an IMDb page yet, so they're nowhere near even starting.
So he has no idea. This is the first time he's met Paul
No, they
W.S.
do.
Anderson.
They have in the Los
Yeah.
Angeles.
Wait,
Yeah,
what?
it was released
Yeah,
on
there's a-
February 27th already, and it'll be
Yeah, it was
in,
already
in
released.
the US.
Oh, sorry, you're released.
In the US, it was released on the 7th.
We could check out the trailer after.
Wait, there's a trailer for it?
Oh yeah, we'll watch it.
Described is the
I bet it
process
looks just
made
like Resident
many
Evil.
films. The original
Any of
author,
them.
my
It does.
my position in regard to this is not always
Oh,
involved.
that one. Oh,
Sometimes
God.
they just were buying your book and here's your check and see you at the premiere if you even get an invitation. But it's nice when they do involve you, and even more when you have the feeling that they listen and have a understanding of the original material, because
Does he
many
not
times
have anyone around
they
him to
don't.
be like,
I'm not talking about anybody that I'm
no, George,
involved with
that's
here, so
Paul
please
W.S.
don't-
Anderson,
don't
not Wes
turn around
Anderson.
to,
Let's watch a few of his movies
current
before we
project, but
give him one of your stories.
Okay,
Yeah, I got the hiccups. so
Wes
bad.
Anderson has
Science
color
fiction fan.
palettes.
I grew up
W.S. Anderson
reading
has explosions.
science fiction comic books, a big comic book fan, and I love these characters. I love some of these stories, and there wasn't many science fiction films that were adaptations being made back in the 50s and the 60s. When I was growing up. There were films,
Sure,
but they were like
go 10 more
original
years. How about the
films
70s or
giant
80s?
Right.
fighters
Right.
and other things that someone invented. But you didn't see Robert A. Heinlein stories. You didn't see Isaac Asimov stories. The great,
You think maybe that
the
has
great
to do with the
writers,
technology wasn't
who made me love science fiction. I
Right.
grew up. And when they finally got around and they started making some of those, it was very hard because, it might have had Asimov's name on it, but this wasn't the
Oh,
way
see,
Isaac
finger
would
to
have
the
written
camera.
it.
You see that?
It was not at all.
See
Wait a
what?
minute, what?
Where's Anderson, Paul W.S. Anderson just give a finger to the camera and look straight at it when he did it?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Asimov's name on it.
Oh,
but
God.
this wasn't the way he would have
He's
written
like,
it.
fuck this
It
guy.
was not at all.
You think
That
he's
was not, good.
you think like
I-
this whole
I
time he's
think,
like, I'm about to Kathleen Kennedy the fuck out of your shit.
Yeah.
It's like I wanted to win it. I wanted to win an award with this one. Now I just want to win a fucking Razzie.
Does George look a bit more frail? Yeah, and Stig said it. He's talking slower,
Mhm.
and that was Stig left. I didn't even notice. I'm sorry.
Left for like 30
He
minutes.
had a Windows update. He'll be back.
Okay, yeah, he and Stig said he seems to be even getting his words out. I mean, he's always been like this, but it's even slower.
What's this movie going to be called?
when you're
Oh, I found it. In the
adapting,
Lost Lands.
if you respect the original material, you should try to stay as close to it as possible. And if there's a
What-
reason for change, and
like what they
many times there are
did with
reasons for change, let 'em,
Resident Evil.
Right, right.
budgetary
finally
or
getting
there's
to the
practical
point.
concerns of what
Say that again.
I haven't
I said,
I haven't
dude's
seen a
finally
review
getting to-
above a 5. For the
No,
movie.
me either. Teresa, what were you going to say? I'm sorry.
I was just saying the dude's finally getting to the point. He's saying if you're adapting a book, you should stick to the original material. He's been rambling for like 200 years,
that's
dancing
it.
around. This is the point he's trying to make.
Right. At the very, very end.
That
there
wasn't
are
the
reasons
question.
to change. A lot of
I don't care
them are
anymore.
budgetary or they're practical concerns of what you can do, what you can't do. Make changes for good reasons.
That was it. Make
Or
changes
just
for
look
good
so that,
reasons.
Collider will claim you for this video.
Oh, I don't care. I don't care. They always claim me. Claim on, brah. Yeah, that is that to me is crazy. George is just he's out there, dude. All he worries about is the works he already has out. He just cares about what he's already written. He is not worrying about what he needs to write. This is all George in the end of his life, cruising through Hollywood, having these premieres. The dude does not care anymore. Yeah, thank you, Stig.
Oops. Well, sometimes the sync is off. Like we don't know when it's going to start again or stop again.
Right.
We speak. Yeah.
No.
Oh my God. Have y'all seen this trailer? I'm a
No.
minute in and it is
Let's do it.
horrible.
Let's watch
The
the trailer.
dialogue. Just
Do you want to?
Yep.
Okay.
Do it.
All right. Give me a second. Thank you everybody for being here. Thursday night we'll be talking about the JFK files on Aluminum Spork, and probably also on Saturday because there's some big bombs being dropped today. Kind of scary what our
Well, on the
That's
government
enough
Houthis,
will
yeah.
do.
believe.
Yeah, on the Houthis, but I don't know what that has to do with the.
You've got the time and the stomach for it.
It already looks like Resident Evil 15 or whatever number they're at.
The world you know is gone.
Somebody saw Sin City
Consumed by the
one too many
flames of a
times.
Great war long ago. All
Do you
that's
want to believe
left
the
now
line
are
like
the
that,
lost.
Dave? There was a war a long time ago. It was bad.
Oh, the delivery.
please.
Wait until you hear their banter back and forth.
Plans.
I'm looking for a guide. Someone who knows the Lost Lands.
Why you want to leave the city?
I'm looking for a great treasure and immense power.
Friends of yours?
I don't have many friends.
Me neither.
Bam! You hear that? You hear that banter?
Dude, that was
I
a
thought she
two-headed
was
snake.
with you.
That was a two-headed snake.
Find them.
Outside these walls.
Suspicious amount of women in this.
It won't be easy.
I think they're over the quota.
Prepare yourself. Here they come.
Okay, first of all, the bullets are made out of. Well, it doesn't matter. I'm not even going to get into sparks with bullets.
Did you see that thing blow up the tower? That was the worst CGI.
All of this is somebody. Bill said in the one up.
Gilkman, how are you, man? Hail. The music is irritating. It is.
Yeah, look that one.
I've heard this movie looks like it was shot on a green screen in Batista's house.
Well, watching it now can confirm.
Yeah,
So
confirmed.
this was a $55 million budget.
Really?
But on the plus
Really?
side, it did gross nearly $2 million worldwide.
Wait, this has
Oh.
already came out?
Awesome.
Oh yeah, back in
yeah.
February. So
No, really?
say
So-
that
Yeah,
again.
it has a 24% on Rotten Tomatoes at a 3.6 out of 10 score.
So they lost. So you said 50 million to
Yeah.
make this movie.
Its total
Not-
gross, its total gross to date is 2.9 million.
But
So
so,
that doesn't
double
include-
that 50.
But yeah, exactly. Double that 50. So they're down $98 million.
Also, you've got to understand that they only get half the revenue from the thing, so they've realistically only made $1 million and a
Right.
bit out of it.
Oof.
I didn't even know this came out.
I don't even know what this movie is still. All right. Oh, here.
Power grows stronger by the day. Our time is running out. She has become a symbol of their defiance.
Is
This woman
it-
needs to die.
is it Mad Max? Is it Fury Road?
It's
No, this
Joan
is
of Arc.
Thunderstick.
Thunderstig. Oh, I like him.
Yeah, Mad Cheesemo
Cheesemo.
Thunderstig.
God, I hate this fucking music. This trailer is fucking garbage too, dude. Because the editing of the trailer in of itself is.
You're ruining this great
Matt,
dialogue. I want you to know that.
sabotage
Devin.
David.
Sorry.
Oh my god.
She hired me first.
Your fate was sealed when you met me.
Oh shit. Oh,
This is the moment we've been working for.
It's not too late to turn back.
One always has to die.
So it. Oh, fuck off. Holy fuck. What a horrible way to. Oh, to end the
Just let
trailer.
it end, man. Oh,
That was so
good.
bad. Can you
We're
go
done.
back and
Oh,
just
okay.
that ending one more time?
All right, hold on. So good.
It is so
Play from there.
tropey.
Look at that, the smiley face.
God,
watching
that's
this
so bad,
tonight.
bro. So in this future, in this,
Oh, whoa.
Story.
I still don't know how it ends.
Free-eyed crow.
wait, there's werewolves?
There was
Yeah,
werewolves and free-eyed crows.
Phoenix birds.
I have no idea what this movie is about. Also, in this dystopian future, inflection is just gone. Everyone's monotone.
Well, what's there to be inflective
Yeah.
about?
Normally, you would have at least one person that can act. You know what I mean? Give Dave, have somebody hold Dave up.
Dude, was that the woman from The Power of One, The Power of Two, The Power of Many? I swear I saw her. Oh, they want me to rate it. I'm rating this a 10. Rated.
Of course.
Mm-hmm. I gotta look to see if she's in this. I'm
looking at the IMDb page. There isn't a single black person on the front page, even though we saw a lot of them in the trailer. So I think IMDb's racist.
Well, I mean, the Queen doesn't even get a picture on their page. Amora Akareko. Wow, guys, that's painful.
You guys have to see this.
Johnny Skinwalker. Okay, I'm seeing this.
Oh, I am too.
Listless receptionist. Her delivery is terrible. A rotten plank would do better.
Read this one.
Oh, okay. I can't see it. You read it.
Within the Lands, Auteur Anderson paints with the most delicious desolation imaginable, all to his trademark throbbing soundtrack beats.
To call Paul W.S. Anderson auteur?
Did he say retard? Maybe. Dude, you know those
9.5 out of 10 from that guy.
What?
He must have had a big paycheck.
I'm gonna have to read the whole article.
I love you,
review.
Stig. I'm sorry, real quick. I love Stig. Can't complain about the Oculate, really. Big YouTubers announced that Star Wars was saved because 2 minutes of Jake Skywalker. That was great. I don't know. That was terrible. But we're gonna wrap it up because Stig has his show coming up in 45 minutes. About
Stig.
Oh, not Stig. I'm sorry.
You mean me?
Mad Cheesemo. You guys look a lot and sound alike. Mad Cheesemo.
That is a compliment for me. Thank you.
Yeah. Mad Cheesemo. Your show is in 45 minutes.
Yes, 45 minutes on the new channel.
Yeah. So could we save? Can we share your link in the chat so everybody knows where to go?
Of course.
Yeah. Other than that, guys, Thursday night we are doing the JFK files. What we've learned: did Lyndon B. Johnson order the hit, or did he have other people helping him, like Hoover and Trudeau's daddy and Castro, his other dad, his real dad? A lot of things we're learning.
Was transplanted as a fetus into someone else.
Wait a minute. Castro is actually Trudeau transplanted back, and the real Castro is this whiny, cryy guy in Canada. It's all about nature versus nurture and time travel. It's true.
Should be about time travel.
Anybody want to share what they're doing this week? Teresa, you got anything going on?
Why, yes, we've been doing some morning musings at 8 a.m. rather central. Today we had to talk about why is everything so ugly on TV shows. We looked at some of the pictures from The Wheel of Time and The Witcher. I also have some lore coming up on the evil queen in Snow White and Narcissus for no reason whatsoever. Maybe some high quality Snow White entertainment for you all coming up this Friday.
Yeah, nice. And Make sure you guys check out Teresa's channel. It's great. Zombie Box wants everyone to know, let's help Mad reach 500 subs before the end of the year. I watched the first episode of season 3 of the Wheel of Time. You know, that first fight scene was okay, but that show just is terrible.
Yep.
It's terrible.
Everything that I've been told is that they completely butcher it. They totally change it. Story. This is something that has actually been completed. Okay, Wheel of Time. Right. He completed it from beyond the grave, unlike George Martin, who's never going to finish it, even if he's alive. So they just had to adapt it, but they totally changed the story from what I'm told. I am personally not really watching the show though, because I don't want it to interfere with my vision of the Wheel.
No, I mean they've given the women some of the male roles, so I like their big points. I've heard. I haven't read. I only read the first book in the series, but now this one makes me want to read the whole series. Mr. Grant Gregory AI says, after 33 months of being a member, I am only here because of Stig or Mad. I get them confused. You know what I am watching, and I'm watching because of Mad Cheesemo, is The House of David, and it is freaking awesome.
Right?
Oh, it's
how
so
good is that show?
Yes, Teresa, you may like it. It's about the story, the biblical story of David.
Right? Yeah.
So good.
It's Game of Thrones meets the Old Testament.
It is, but it follows the Old Testament.
Yes.
Like it's not.
Ever watched the series Kings? It was a modern day telling of the same thing, but it only went for one season because of the first writer's strike.
Oh,
I have it on my list because you mentioned it last time.
Yeah, guys that actually work on that are actually writing for it. So it's like, yeah.
And that was on what?
I don't know. I don't know what channel it's on.
But it was Kings. It was called.
Yeah, I don't think it's available on any.
On
it had.
I have to look.
Swearinger in it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but House of the David. Oh man, I'm kind of hoping that they don't do the the dragons are coming, but with the giants.
Right.
Oh,
right. Right. The giants are going to be the dragons. Dude, the giants look good too. Like, to me, it looks like it's trying to stay faithful. You have your prophet, you have Saul. I mean, it's just it's so good. So if you guys aren't watching something right now and you want to watch live action, I would say The House of David is one that so far I haven't watched the newest one, but the
still good, bro.
4th episodes. Okay, so you've seen 5th. They've just been great. Tina says, after being a member for 48 months, 4 years as a member, baby. Whoop! Thank you very much. All right, everybody. Mad Cheesemo, put your link in the chat so everybody can see it. Tina, anything going over to Vinny's on Friday?
Yes, I'll be on Vinny Arts channel on Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern. Then after that, of course, in the amazing chat for Sun Art podcast that starts at 8 p.m. Eastern. And then again on Vinny's channel on Sunday nights.
I think it's 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m.
Oh,
Central.
yes, you're right. Thank you. That is absolutely correct. I have to try and I have to look at what's on my phone and then add an hour. It's really hard.
Well, I appreciate everybody being here. What about you, Mr. Grant Gregory? Anything you want to share?
Yeah, tonight I'll be doing the Full Aussie Happy Hump Day, where we watch people versus trains, crazy operations, and see if we can get anyone on the panel to scream with cringe. So it'll be fun.
All right. Katina Martin, member for 36 months. Wow, the time flies. It does, guys. Thank you, everybody who supports the channel. Thank you for everybody watching. Thank you to Tom over at Midnight's Edge After Dark for sending over everybody. I really appreciate that. If you're new here, guys, please subscribe, like the stream, and come back and comment after the show's over. It helps it out later on in the algorithm. And check us out Thursday night, where we talk anything from conspiracies, ancient lost civilizations, and UFOs. If you're into that, I hope you guys check that out. And you know what? If it'll let me do it, which it sometimes does not, I'm going to switch over. Yeah, I did. To let you guys see the opening that Grant made for our show on Saturdays usually, but this Thursday too. Aluminum Spork. This will be our outro. Good night, everybody. Take care.
aluminum spork, where mysteries come to talk. From ancient cities underground to UFOs that float around. Giants of the past, prophetic signs that last, archaeological fights, and strange unexplained lights. Aluminum Spork.
Good night, everybody. Have a great night.
Legends intertwined.